Hello and welcome, beautiful souls. We are doing another tarot reading for the month of September, and today we are talking to our Libras. And just in case anybody is curious, I will be using the Tarot of the Sacred Feminine. I just checked. Apparently, I used this deck for Libras reading last time as well for the month of August. I don't know. I was just feeling drawn to this one. I think it might be that Venusian nature, that feminine side of Libra. Um, but we're gonna roll with it. So let's see what the cards have in store. So we've got the Ace of Cups that just jumped out, and then we have the Empress on the bottom of the deck. So, creative fertility. The month of September is going to bring an invitation. Okay, I'm be feeling called to go towards the Six of Cups too, because that one was right under the Empress. You will be diving deep into your emotional field in the month of September. And it's, like I said, it's an invitation for you to really tap into your own emotions to bring something to reality. It could be a new project, I don't think it's a new job. It's something that's going to connect deeply with who you are. And it might be more of a personal project. Um, but it's going to give you that sense of creative connection that maybe you haven't been feeling recently. There's going to be some sort of spark of divine inspiration. And with the Six of Cups, it'll be like you're reminiscing on, you're going to be using past circumstances as the inspiration for this new project, new means of expression. Maybe you're getting a new journal. Maybe you're tapping into a new form of art. Like if you're usually a writer, you might be painting now, or vice versa, or sculpting, or knitting, or you're going to be using your pastime more intentionally. You are going to be using it as a means to tap into that side of yourself that, again, I feel like this is something that maybe has been lost on you for a while. I know Libras, you can sometimes turn into the people pleasers and, you want everybody else to be comfortable with where they are. So in doing that, you might put your own needs, your own desires to the side. And I think this is going to be a month where you're saying, like, I'm not going to be doing that anymore. Like, I've lost so much time just for myself by putting other people first. So I'm going to use the month of September to really dive back into myself, find my passions again, connect to that divine sacred creativity, and bring something into tangible reality through that connection to my intuition and to my creativity, to my emotions, all of those beautiful things. And while I was speaking, we had the Knave of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles, come out there. And I feel like that's an invitation to be a student too, which just emphasizes, like, I really do think this is some sort of new venture here, or new project, I should say, because Page of Pentacles, it's about knowing something's going to be long term and still being able to say, like, okay, like that's fine. I'm still going to pursue this because I know if I continue on this path forward towards this destination, not destination, if I continue this path of this new journey forward, then I know it will bring me what I need to find more comfort, more success, more fruitfulness in my physical life. And Page of Pentacles is not only patient, but again, loves to be the student of what's around them and the observer. You can see in this, you can see in here, it's a bit of a more daunting imagery here, but you can see she's just kind of observing the battlefield, but she's unscathed from what happened. She's untouched, like, not her hair, not even a hair out of place, which is so Libra. And of course, she has her familiar in the form of either a crow. I think that's a raven because it's very big. But so it's possible that ravens could be a big symbolism for you right now, or if it is crows, maybe you're working with Hecate as a way to connect to that sacral feminine magic, to reconnect with your own self. Um, but again, it's being the observer and learning from your environments, and not only that, learning from, you can use the Six of Cup energy as well to learn from not only the past good things that you experienced before, but also the past mistakes, and not judging yourself for those past mistakes. Oh, we also had Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the at the bottom of the deck. I didn't even realize that. And I love this symbolism here for Two of Pentacles. She is just so carefree. She's got the protection of the people around her, and she's making decisions not based on what the council might say, but making decisions based on her own soul, her own heart. Doing things she knows will help to amplify and increase the connection she has with herself. And Libra, again, you deserve that. You deserve that. So perhaps September is a time that you're going to be putting those people pleasing tendencies to the side, and you're free. You're freeing yourself. And Two of Pentacles also represents like both balance, which again, Libra, you guys love your balance with your skills, but also a decision that is being made to further increase your financial standings where you are in life. So far it's been, besides the Empress, it's been Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and Two of Pentacles. So as you're working to connect more towards that emotional authenticity to then birth that new creative venture into tangible reality, this could be something that eventually leads you to like monetary gain. And that's not to say you shouldn't start a hobby just to then monetize off of it. I think, and I don't think that's the plan here. Five of Wands. But it was upright. It was weird because it was upright when it fell out, but then on the table it slowly like turned so it's reversed. So that's an interesting dynamic, and I think it'll be kind of up in the air. Five of Wands, let me show you the symbolism here. Five of Wands can represent some sort of quarreling or like winning at all cost in its own sense. And as you can see, like she had to do the things she did to those people so she could like feed on whatever she needed there. And perhaps that's a warning there too, as I was speaking about the monetization, you know what I mean. Speaking about how it's important to pursue hobbies not just to monetize, but because they come from the soul, because you're going to find more personal fulfillment and more success when you actually are connecting with your soul in order to bring that. So make sure you're not doing this as just like a lethal pursuit. Make sure you're not doing this as a means of competition or a means to get ahead of somebody else. Make sure it is coming from the heart and not from like desperation is what wants to come out, like, or determination or anything like that. Um, we also have Four of Cups here. This is a very, very interesting dynamic. And then we have the Page of Cups reverse. It's almost like the first row of cards that came out is a completely different reading. So maybe this might be pertaining to a completely separate faction of your life moving forward. Um, so maybe that Five of Wands is separate. So where the Ace of Cups, the Empress, the Six of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles, that represents that fruitfulness, that creative connection, that bringing something into tangible reality. I think this might be more in your personal life. It's possible you are quarreling with other people, and the Five of Wands in the Rider-Waite deck is a very interesting dynamic there too, because if you look at the card, it looks like there's a bunch of people just like fighting with their wands, and it looks like they're mid-battle. But if you look closely, they're really not hitting each other. It's more just like it's almost like the facade of competition, or like the like you want to be seen as tougher than you are, and you want to, it's almost like a ruthlessness to get to the top, because the five leads to the six, which is celebration, which leads to the seven, which again is more quarrels in wands, I should say. And so it might be in that this might have to do with you putting your people pleasing tendencies to the side as well. Maybe this is how you want people to see you, and you want people to almost take you seriously, where you're like, I'm not just this like cute person who's just docile and have nothing to give. And Libras. You guys are, and I mean this in a loving way, you're masters of manipulators, where you make people underestimate you on purpose. So when it does come time for you to get your comeuppance, or, just prove yourself, it's like it's effortless. There's a video that's going viral right now of Paris Hilton, and she's giving a speech. And at first she's like, "Oh my God, I love your top. I wanted to ask where you got it after this." And then in an instant she like goes back into business mode. She's like, "But seriously, we need to talk about the health and like therapy options for these children." And that I feel like is the perfect representation of Libra. It's like the first part is what they want you to think about them. What you want people to think about you is just like that, like nothing going on here. But then that second part is who you actually are. That second aspect where you jump into business, that is who you are deep down. And maybe that's that ruthlessness you're bringing forth. That's that sense of like you are going to take me seriously. And maybe you have been people pleasing too long, and there could have been a situation or a specific person that just the straw that broke the camel's back. You were like, I am no longer giving up my energy to make you guys feel comfortable. I am no longer going to pretend to be this person who knows nothing, because that's not who I am. I am brilliant, I am intelligent, and I am somebody not to be trifled with, and you will see why. You will see why. So we also had the page of cups come out reverse here with the four of cups as well. So again, I do think this is something that has to do with your interpersonal relationships, and that ruthlessness. I think the page of cups represents that aspect of like you've been so like charming and like push your own self to the side, and like it's been a situation where you were going against your own intuition and just saying yes, 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 no matter what. And even if it was at your own detriment. And now you're stuck. Not only are you in this phase where you're being ruthless, but now you're stuck looking at the negatives. You're stuck looking at like in the Rider Waite deck, the Four of Cups is a guy sitting by a tree like this, just really upset. And he has three full cups in front of him. He doesn't like those cups though. He's like, no, I want something else. The universe is literally handing a fourth cup to him out of thin air, and he's like, I don't want that cup. And that might be how you're feeling about your environment. You might feel very pessimistic right now about the people you're surrounded with or where you are, both physically and mentally or emotionally, especially because it's cups. And I think that's why, again, this ruthlessness is being triggered because you got to a point where you put your own needs second for far too long. And now you're like, well, what am I supposed to do about it now? How do I dig myself up out of this? But the beauty of all that, after those two cards came out, the Page of Cups reverse and the Four of Cups upright, we had the Sun at the very bottom of the deck. Or is this the Moon? No, this is the Sun, 19. We had the Sun at the very bottom of the deck, and I love the symbolism on this one because the Sun in this specific deck, it's almost representing a conjoining between your dark feminine, your unconscious self, your hidden emotion, the hidden side that you might even hide from the world, and maybe that's the metaphor here. It's that those two sides I was just talking about. This is like the, oh my God, I love your top. And this is the ruthless, like, no, take me seriously. You are allowing these two versions of yourself to merge and blend so that you are then emerging into the world, not as one. You're not just showing the side of yourself. You're letting people see this darker side of you as well. And it's the most healthy decision you can make. It is the most healthy decision you can make for yourself moving forward because it's just going to promote greater authenticity, which will help you connect to that new emotional project that you're birthing into existence, that you're thinking about your past situations and using those not only to learn the lessons of the good, but also the bad. And then you're making positive decisions that will help you feel more free and authentic in your own being. And through all of that, it's that ruthlessness combined with the docility. I don't even know if that's a word, but it is now. It's you're not one or the other, you're both. And you're letting the world see that. And it's a long time coming. It's a long time coming. And that's how you're going to get over that pessimism about where you are, what you lack, is by connecting to your authenticity in a radical self loving way. September is a month of growth for you, Libra. It's a month of becoming more of yourself than you've ever been in your whole life. It's a month of deconditioning and unlearning so you can learn who you are, what you want to do in this world, how you want to pursue it, and just reintroduce yourself to your own being and finding that through the dark and the light, it's all beauty. Ooh, I have chills. I have major chills. Through the dark and the light, it is all beautiful. All of it, every single aspect. All right, what was that card that fell out? What was that? Oh, and look at that. We got the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, sorry for the shake. We got the Ten of Pentacles. So through it all, you connecting to your authentic self, you shining, you not only connecting to it, but shining that authentic self to the world is going to bring you prosperity like you never experienced before. It will bring you success like you never experienced before. It will bring you greater opportunity to connect with other people that will help you grow more authentically and form genuine loving relationships. Relationships where you don't feel like you have to people please. Relationships where you know your opinions are valued and heard and that they matter. Like there's just so much goodness that's awaiting you, Libra. And this is the King of Pentacles as well on the bottom of the deck. King of Pentacles. I'm being told not to speak on that though. Maybe it's just like a this is what's possible. This is what's possible if you just stop ignoring your needs and your wants and your desires. This is what's possible if you put yourself first. The world is not going to end. People are not going to stop loving you because you're putting yourself first. As a matter of fact, the people that love you most will be thrilled that you're finally making these decisions to take your own needs and make them a priority. Because again, it's been a long time coming. The word impact is coming in. You connecting to your authenticity is going to have an impact on others in a way that you don't even recognize yet. You being able to speak up and let your voice and opinions be heard is going to help impact others and make them feel that their voice also matters. It's a radical self acceptance and a self love that just by you existing, you will then have a trickle out to every person you meet, and then every person they meet, and then every person they meet, and then so on and so forth. I don't think any other cards want to come out. I'll give it three more shuffles. That feels complete, honestly. Oh, I stand corrected. And the Ace of Swords. Your authenticity leads to creation. Your authenticity leads to mental clarity. Your authenticity leads you to a clear head and greater decisiveness. Your authenticity leads you back to you. It leads you to a mental environment that you don't feel you have to run from or hide from other people. It's clarity and it's beauty and it's an invitation to tap back into your divine wisdom. Aggressive. The card's just flying all over the place. And I think that's because that's the energy that's coming through. It's well past time that you put your own needs and your own health and your own desires on the forefront. Because you doing that is going to inspire others to do it as well. Libras, I love you. Happy September. Let me know how it goes, and I wish you well.